And good evening, and welcome to Dr. Pepper Ballpark, and welcome to RoughRiders Live as we get you set for the series finale between the Frisco RoughRiders and the San Antonio Missions. Tonight we have a full show for you. Executive Vice President and General Manager Jason Dambach is with us, and we'll hear from top prospect Lewis Brinson and also Joe Mikulik, the manager of the Frisco RoughRiders. And what a show we have for you. We'll get over all the upcoming promotions that are ongoing here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. It's been a full season, and somehow, some way, we're down to just tonight's game and then another 3-game homestand against the Midland Rockhounds. But what a season it has been, and the RoughRiders, unfortunately, last night officially eliminated from the postseason play with Midland getting a win over the Corpus Christi Hooks. But the Riders would like to finish out the season strong, and it starts tonight by trying to take 3 out of 4 games against the Missions. They are 7-3 over their last 10 games, and tonight they throw Chad Bell looking for win number 7. He'll be opposed by Aaron Northcraft. And so now I'd like to bring in the Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Frisco RoughRiders, and that's Jason Dambach. And Jason, another game, and we're going to cross it off the list tonight, and another full slate of promotions tonight.
Absolutely. Hard to believe that we're at game 67 out of 70. It's flown by. It's been in a lot of ways a rejuvenation in the franchise history of the Frisco RoughRiders. A very successful season on and off the field, and we've had a lot of the top prospects in the Rangers system come through. A few more just about to make their major league debut, which is really exciting, and all of the great promotions and the game experience that's taken place here this year. It's really been an outstanding season.
As far as the baseball product, one of the neat things, and you and I have talked about this, is the fact that with the Rangers being so close, we get to see so many of their top prospects. Obviously, the AA baseball, such a good quality brand of baseball, but then, too, the rehabbers that we've seen across this entire season.
Yeah, that's what's been really neat. Being in such close proximity to Arlington, as you mentioned, we've had the opportunity to host a number of rehab assignments this year, and really almost too many to count. Yeah. They've ranged, of course, from Josh Hamilton and Martin Perez, Derek Holland, Matt Harrison before the trade. It's really been remarkable to be able to see how many of those guys have made the short trip from Arlington. And not only that, but even the guys that haven't played in games necessarily, we've seen some of them here throwing sidelines and working out, taking ground balls, taking batting practice. Josh Hamilton even snuck up here a few times during the day. So for the Rangers to be able to have an affiliate like us so close certainly benefits them, and obviously it benefits us very well. It's a neat story to be able to tell with those type of players and the young guys that are coming up through. Lewis Brinson, who we'll hear from on the show, Joey Gallo, Andrew Faulkner, Alec Asher, Jared Eichhoff, guys that are making their major league debut this week or soon to be. So it's been a really good season in that regard. Certainly the wins and losses haven't necessarily matched up, but that's okay because that's certainly not what this is all about.
Yeah, Andrew Faulkner, a name you mentioned today, he gets the promotion, as does Alec Asher, and that is the 137th and 138th former RoughRider to be elevated to the big league. So that is really an accomplishment both for those guys and the organization. Let's talk about some of the promotions. Obviously the staples we've seen across the season, things like Taco Tuesday, Wiener Wednesday, and then everybody's favorite Thirsty Thursday, where the drinks are cheap and everybody's boozing.
Well, again, this season in a lot of ways was a rebirth of the franchise, year number 13, and so we introduced a lot of things that just frankly weren't part of the experience of coming to the ballpark in years past. And having a multi-layered dynamic promotional schedule is something that fans got a chance to see this year for the first time, and will have an opportunity to see for years to come. And you can bank on the fact that it's going to be a core part of each and every of the 70 nights of baseball here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. You alluded to some of the things that we've done. More fireworks shows than ever before. Daily value promotions like Thirsty Thursday, Wiener Wednesday, Taco Tuesday. The theme nights that we introduced this year to have a lot of fun with. Full House Night. Star Wars Night. Back to the Future. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on. And the giveaways, you know, fan giveaways for the first time in franchise history. All of these things were introduced this year. We're really excited to go to the lab. We've already started to think about the 2016 schedule and the promotions and all that goes into programming each and every night. There's a lot more a lot more fun yet to come in the future of Frisco RoughRiders baseball.
And they're free promotions, but they're really quality. I mean, just looking at some of the bobbleheads that the fans have been able to take home, the Derek Holland bobblehead in the RoughRiders jersey. We have a promotion item right here on set, which is this RoughRiders kids jersey that the first 1,500 kids get to take home next Sunday. And it showcases really the new entirely rehauled logo and the slate blue jerseys. We've done 3 of these, and it's a really neat promotion.
Well, absolutely. And again, we're not reinventing the wheel overall in the industry, but these are things that haven't been seen to minor league baseball fans in the Metroplex and those that have supported the Frisco RoughRiders for many years. And as you and I both know, being relatively new to this area, and having had the experience of living elsewhere, this is a unique market. It's a growing market. There's so much to do. And it's really a fun place to be, and so we have to continue to challenge ourselves to reinvent sort of the game experience here at the ballpark. And this year, in a lot of ways, was laying the groundwork for that. And we're really excited about starting to plan 2016 already to try and raise our game even more.
This facility, Dr. Pepper Ballpark, is one of the nicest in minor league baseball. And we've seen all the enhancements that we saw last year with the brand new video board. It is absolutely gorgeous and huge. The LED boards that line the outfield wall. And some of the other things that the organization is talking about
to bring here to Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Can't give a lot of details on everything, but a couple teasers, I suppose. And some are sexier than others because, when you get to year 13 or 14 of a facility, you really need to begin to reinvest in the infrastructure and the technology in the ballpark. So a couple of the things that we're really looking to identify how we can accomplish for our fans would be, full ballpark Wi-Fi, for example, something that you take for granted everywhere. But, wireless coverage is a big deal, and when you're at the game, sometimes it's hard to get that text to go through on a big night or get that picture to send through. So, that's something that we identify as really, really important, and we will certainly be looking at. We have some ideas on how to expand the pool in right field. Some of the hospitality areas at the ballpark, our outfield decks and patios, are a little dated at this point, so we are already beginning to study the design process. And just again, it all goes to continuing to enhance the game experience here at the ballpark and, again, reinvesting in the franchise.
Well, and it's proven itself in the attendance figures. You mentioned Full House Night, and I believe that set an entirely new record for the franchise in terms of attendance, and it has been a litany of new records in terms of attendance figures for the season.
6 of the top 8 single-game night franchise records in attendance have been this year, 6 of the top 8 this year, and we're tracking towards 475,000 fans total coming through this ballpark, which would once again make the Frisco RoughRiders the leaders in attendance in AA baseball. And that's a great accomplishment, but again, we are in the largest market as well. And so in a lot of ways, there's still a significant amount of room for growth, and we're going to continue to reinvest in this franchise and try to do even more next year to raise those figures, get more people exposed to our great product. And we think that there's still a lot of room to go here and a lot of growth.
Well, one last homestand against the Midland Rockhounds, a three-game homestand over Labor Day weekend, and still filled with promotions as it is every single night. And it's one last chance for fans to come out this season and check out the ball club, the ballpark, and really all the new offerings that we have to offer here.
I talked to a lot of people, and they can't believe that we're down to 3 home games after tonight. The summer flies. People are so active. So definitely make your plans to get out here and see what we have to offer. In a lot of ways, right now we're clicking on all cylinders. We worked out the kinks, and we've got this beautiful new video board, sound system, all of the new amenities and features. Right behind us is the Bull Moose Saloon, one of the great new additions to the ballpark this year, and the State Fairway area behind us, and the portable food trucks. I mean, there's so much new at this ballpark. And so, yes, we're home next Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Great promotions. We've got a fireworks night and the kids' jersey giveaway. College night is on Saturday. Labor Day night at 6:05 is the season finale. So we are really excited to gear up for the final 3 games of the season and show off what we've been able to do here at the ballpark this year.
Can't wait. You guys got to come out and check it out. We can talk about it all night long, but it is a true spectacle. So, Jason, Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Frisco RoughRiders, thank you for the time.
Thanks, Nate.
All righty. That's Jason Dambach. Coming up, we will hear from Lewis Brinson, the top prospect in the organization, and We sat down with him for a good about 5-6 minutes, so that interview will come up right now on RoughRiders Live.
I think it's been pretty good. I've made the adjustments I need to. Coming up here, I didn't want to do too much. Coming up to AA, thinking it's game's different, it's still baseball. So I think I've done a pretty good job of keeping myself level-headed and making the adjustments I needed to adjust to AA.
This is your 4th professional season. Do you feel like there was a defining moment where maybe the light bulb went on or something really started clicking and you could just react up there?
I think, last year when I went back to Hickory, that was a big turning point for me. I just went back and just told myself, trust yourself. You have all the ability in the world. All you got to do is create the confidence. And, I just went up there every day with confidence, that I could go up there and, compete and help my team win and, get base hits, get doubles, driving runs. And that was probably the biggest thing for me last year. And then just transitioning that to this year, just coming in, starting in High Desert and then coming here, I just trusted myself and didn't really try to do too much, just did what the pitcher gave me, and it's worked out so far.
You have a lot of built-up accolades in terms of you're a first-round pick, a lot of high rankings on MILB.com, MLB.com, Baseball America. Do you look at any of that stuff, or you just try to block it out and play baseball?
I just try to block that out. You hear about it all the time. You watch MLB Network. I have Twitter, I have Instagram. So you run into that stuff every now and then, but you try not to look up your name. I say that for my girlfriend and my mom and all my family and stuff, and they tell me what people are saying. But I really could care less. I'm just out here trying to get to the big leagues, having fun. With all these guys, and I'm trying not to worry about that too much.
All right, tell me what's going on with left-handed pitching. You're 32 for 60 against left-handed pitching. It's like video game numbers. Have you always just been able to crush southpaws like you have this season?
Yeah, I've always felt comfortable with them. All of them really try to do the same thing. So, I just have the same approach for each one of them. I just stick to it, staying the other way. They all try to work away. There's a few that come in, the hard lefties like Urias for the drillers. He's a hard throwing power lefty, so he tries to come in. I just have to switch it up a little bit. But most, like I said, most of them try to do the same thing. Soft changeups away, a little slider in, and keeping away at the fastball. And I just try to keep the same approach with all lefties that I face.
Lewis Brinson's with us, and we're getting set for the series finale between the Missions and the Riders. This is your 2nd time playing San Antonio, and so there's always an adjustment period there with they're going to do some different things against you the 2nd time through, and you're going to do some different things the 2nd time through. How's your adjustment been?
It's been all right. This is I think this is actually the 3rd time. I think I went there. I started actually in AA at their place, and then they came back here right after the road trip, and then now they're back here again. This is my 3rd time facing them, so they've made adjustments from the first 2 times I faced them. So I just got to make the adjustments right back, even though it's the end of the season. They're really not throwing me that many pitches that I like to hit. But they're staying away and getting me to chase right now. So I just got to, just make the adjustment right back.
See you all the time in the cage before the games, working with Jason Hart, and simple things just like hitting off a tee. There's a lot of young guys that come to the ballpark, and the tee is really an invaluable asset for hitters no matter what age you are.
It's a big part. I first got to pro ball, and I thought I was done with t-ball. So I saw major league guys and pro guys hitting off the tee, and I really didn't understand it until I got to pro ball. And it's been a big part of my game, just to get my swing going, feel everything out, and then get into front toss, and I have different drills that I do, but the tee really helps you stay through the ball and really see what your swing's doing when the ball's not moving. It's really good for young hitters. I really suggest it for anybody out there that's really iffy about it. It's really good for your swing and to kind of find it.
For you personally, what does the off season hold? What goes on in the off season for Lewis Brinson?
After this season, I'll go back home. Hopefully, go to the fall league. You never know about that. And go back home and take some time off, let the body heal, and maybe before Thanksgiving, maybe beginning of November, start working out and hitting the weights and training, and won't start hitting until probably December, mid-December, January, and throwing and stuff. So most of the time I'm just relaxing. I get all that stuff done in the morning, and I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. You know, go to the beach, you know, hang out with my friends, hang out with people I haven't seen in a while, and hang with my family, my mom, my girlfriend, everybody. So you know, like I said, most of the time, you know, I'm in the morning about 2 to 3 hours just training, and then I'll relax, eat. I gotta eat a lot. I gotta gain weight, and you know, the rest of the day is just, you know, I'll go hit, and then I'll go hang out.
Fort Lauderdale boy, so I assume you love swimming in that ocean.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like, I think it's a hot tub. It's not really an ocean. It's about 85 degrees, probably year round. You know, we don't have a summer, or we don't have a winter, so it's summertime mostly all the time. So when it gets down below 70, people try to break out their winter coats and their boots just to act like it's cold. But it's really nice. It's really nice.
Hey, you got 10 games left in this season. Specifically, is there one thing you'd like to really, really harp down and get right as the season concludes?
Just to keep doing what I'm doing. Just to not change anything. Just continue to go up there and have good at-bats and continue to battle and finish the season strong, and, you know, cap off a great season for me.
And how about that? Lewis Brinson was great. He is excited to be here, and we're excited to have him. He has been absolutely a blast to watch, and it all started at home against the San Antonio Missions when he put up that 6 RBI contest with a big 3-run home run. The RoughRiders came back and won that game. And now we're going to talk about some of the other players that have really shined here late for the RoughRiders, and it starts with the pitching staff. We'll go with David Martinez, who was named to his 4th All-Star team yesterday. He was a midseason Texas League All-Star, and now he is also a postseason League All-Star for the Frisco RoughRiders. Nick Williams was also named to that squad, but also after being traded to Philadelphia, he will not participate in that contest. But 3rd all-time in saves is David. I asked him yesterday. He's got 22 now. 31 is the record. I said, you're going to have to go out on a bang and win these next 10. And he goes, I came too late. He came in about the middle of May. So David, 22 saves. He needs 31 to set the season high. But congratulations on the All-Star bid. Connor Sadzek last week in Tulsa pitched 6 innings of no-hit baseball, and he was simply phenomenal. The big, tall right-hander, he's coming off Tommy John surgery, and he's really got a live arm, 96, 98 miles an hour. Last night he struggled a little bit against the RoughRiders, or pardon me, against the Missions, but it was great to see him have those successful numbers against the Tulsa Drillers. Then Drew Robinson, what more could you say? The guy's homered in back-to-back games. He's got a career-high 21 home runs. He hit an inside-the-park home run on Thursday night, and then last night the big 3-run home run that gave the Riders a 3-0 lead, and they won that ball game. And Ryan Cordell, he's up from High Desert. He's 3rd in the Texas Rangers organization with 74 runs batted in, and he has been simply incredible since his call-up from High Desert. So those 4 guys, absolutely worth the watch. You got to come out here. 3 games left after tonight against the Midland Rockhounds over Labor Day weekend. Right now, we're going to go to Joe Mikulik, the manager of the Frisco RoughRiders. We call him the full-time manager and part-time golfer, and we sat down with him earlier today, and here's that interview now.
Well, anytime you put the uniform on and come out to the ballpark, I mean, you play to win every night. And regardless of what happened, you know, in the pennant race, I think every night we show up, you know, they turn the lights on, they announce our names, and we go out to the field to play a game. I mean, we play as hard as we can to win the game and have excitement during the game. I mean, you look for little things, and especially at this level, every day is a teaching point, teaching time. And every time a situation comes up and we don't execute or something happens, you know, you can talk about it, and hopefully guys learn from it and we move forward. But yeah, you know, hats off to Midland. They're a good ball club. I mean, they've been good all year. And, you know, we just came up short, but you know, we're still here. You know, we've got a few games left. We're going to continue to battle, continue to show up every day, and play hard.
Last night, there's a situation where Zach Cohn leads off with a double. Then Marte sacrifices him into scoring position at 3rd, and Wheeldare gets the job done, getting the ball to the right side of the infield, and Cohn with a great read. And for you personally, that had to just be like, yes.
Well, yeah, anytime you get situational hitting like that, I mean, it's big, and it's an insurance run, and you try to do the best you can to do that and create runs. You know, We've had a couple of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but when you don't, and when you're down, you know, in the bottom of the orders at times, you've got to do little things to get things done, and that's something that I think every I think every club preaches, situational hitting, and it's so valuable. If you can get that one more run and then turn it over to your bullpen, and hopefully they can shut them down. I mean, that spells victory. But you work on it, you talk about it. We actually work on it during BP, situational hitting, getting guys to put balls in play instead of free swinging and striking out, especially with a guy on third. And actually moving runners over is a key factor, and then it puts added pressure on the defense. So.
This season has been a little bit uncanny in terms of roster moves. 68 different players have had been active on the RoughRiders roster, over 130 roster transactions. But you're a guy who really goes with the mentality side of things. And I remember seeing something on the door the other day that said, never surrender. And, this is a grind. It's 140 games, and you're a good resource for them to come to and just kind of get their steam off to keep playing hard.
Well, it's been a long time since I've played. I think about closing in on 20 years. But, you go back to when you put the uniform on and when I did play, it was just something that went back with me a long time ago. Never give up. I know that Banny uses that. Jeff Bannister, our manager in the big league, uses that motto in the big leagues. But this is a tough game. This is a game that's played by a bunch of young men trying to grow up every day and trying to figure it out, and the necessity is mental toughness. And if you don't have mental toughness, it can wear you down. It can wear you down because failure is so rampant in this sport. I mean, there's going to be a lot of times where you don't execute. There's going to be a lot of times where you fail. But to be mentally tough and to overcome the adversity is not easy to do. And I can assure you that in this game, if you haven't failed and if you're successful at one point in time, you will. And something that I try to preach almost every day, either with my message on the board, little talks in between innings, little talks before BP, just something that just for them to gain the understanding that you're not going to be perfect out here. Everyone, this is my 31st year, and I sometimes make bad decisions, poor decisions, and I'm like, okay, I need to learn from it and move forward, move on with it. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's tough to go to bed at night and thinking, well, if I would have done this, maybe the outcome would be different. Especially in close ball games. But it's something that you learn to grow. I think we're in baseball, in the sport of baseball, I think we're built for adversity. If you can hang around a long time, you've dealt with a lot of issues, and it's something that you got to adjust on a daily basis, and sometimes in every inning you got to adjust. It could be injuries, could be transactions like you mentioned, and then it could be opponents. I mean, they could be, you got to adjust to them, how tough they are. So there's a lot of things that go on in this game that a lot of times become unnoticed.
Joe Mikulik has been around this game for a long time, played over 1,000 games, managed over 1,000 games. And we were talking yesterday at batting practice about a situation in 1991 with the Tucson Toros. And you had the game-winning hit for the Pacific Coast League Championship, and you recall it like it was almost yesterday.
Some things you just don't forget. I mean, that's probably, in all the years that I did play in the minor leagues, that was probably the biggest hit of my career. And yeah, it was just like yesterday. It was a situation, we were in the Pacific Coast League playing in AAA, and I can recall the at-bat, tie ball game, bottom of the ninth, the Tucson Toros, affiliate of the Houston Astros at the time. We haven't won a championship there in 23 years, and we were on the cusp of winning one. And runner on third base, Trinidad Hubbard's on third, and I'm battling up there, fouling balls off. And I get a breaking ball right down the middle. I hit it down the line and miss foul by a foot, and get back in the box. And I'm like, okay, here we go. You got to do whatever you can to put the ball in play. I get the exact same pitch and get the base hit to right field, run scores, and we win the championship. So it's something, yeah, like it's something that you remember for a long time. But it was fun. That's something sometimes, and I'm glad you brought that up because we have a tendency to overlook that sometimes and forget about those times, and sometimes that's why we play the game. I know we're developing guys to play in the big leagues to win championships, and for us it's to win championship in Arlington. We get these guys ready, but when you do have a chance to win in the minor leagues, it's always special, and it's special times to remember.
And knowing you, with 11 games left, you want to win all 11. So good luck.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we do. Every time we put the uniform on, I mean, everybody's into the game. That's one thing that this club hasn't done is we haven't given up. We keep battling. And if you're in the dugout, if you're around the club, I mean, I think the clubhouse atmosphere is good. I think guys, obviously a long season. And I hate to use the word grind, but by golly, it is when you play 25 plus games in a row, no days off. When it's a Texas league and it's hot and you got to get on the bus as we are tonight for a long bus ride, yeah, guys do look at the end, but still they're coming out every day, and we do have a day off from batting practice today, but I tell you what, once the game starts, right before the game, it's fun to be in the dugout and guys are cheering each other on and trying to win another one.
So thank you, Joe, for the time. It was good to talk to him, and obviously Joe Miklick, always a burst of energy. Loved talking about that big hit to win the Pacific Coast League championship back in 1991. So now I'd like to bring in a guest, Aaron Jens of the Allen Americans of the ECHL. And you guys had a very successful season. You took home the Kelly Cup. You're the affiliate of the San Jose Sharks. And, boy, when you get in that winning trend, nothing beats it.
Yeah, in the summertime, it's one of those things where, where do you want to play at? And the number one thing that came to my mind is, you think about Allen, Texas, and their winners down there. They won it 2 years in a row in the Central Hockey League, and then jumping into the ECHL this year, and being able to win it again was a pretty cool feeling.
Let me ask you this. Was there a moment, you said you were pretty good, the whole team was pretty good the entire season, but there's got to be a moment where you're going down that stretch run and something clicks in the camaraderie in the locker room and amongst the guys. I mean, that's a special feeling, especially when you go all the way.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was kind of a different year for us. We started off real hot, and our goaltending was unbelievable. And we had two really good goalies. One of our goalies got called up, and he played in Worcester there for the rest of the season. We never even seen him again. And then a good buddy of mine, Riley Gill, was the other goalie, and he's an outstanding goalie. And those guys, they kept it together pretty well for us at the start, and we started off real hot, about 15-2. And from there, we just kind of kept on running. And once we got into the playoffs, we were down and out a little bit in the playoffs, and being able to come back in 2 Game 7s to win it all is quite a feeling, and obviously we're thankful, and it's one of those things you'll never forget.
Tell me about the Kelly Cup. Is it reminiscent of the Stanley Cup? You need to lift that baby over your head and fill it with beer and take it on a trip for a day?
Yeah, I think most of the traditions are about the same. Yeah. Just being able to lift it over your head at the end of a big game. We were able to win 6-1 in the final game, and like I said, what a feeling. It was the best thing in my life. I'm from a small town in northern Minnesota, been playing hockey since I was about 3 years old, so being able to lift that cup was unbelievable. And then fill it up with whatever you got after the game and enjoy yourself. And we were really excited for that.
Fans might not realize it by watching the sport on TV, but hockey is played at such a fast pace. I mean, it's really something that you got to take it in right by the glass to really appreciate just how quick the game is played, and it is a fascinating game for those who might not play it or see it every day. Hockey is certainly a top-level sport in this country. Yeah,
it's a game. It's 60 minutes full of split-second decisions is what it is, and your shifts are only 45 seconds to a minute long. You're dog-tired. It's a crazy cardiovascular event that you're doing out there, and I mean, it's like I said, those split-second decisions, they can cost you or they can help you out big time. So this year we were fortunate enough to have 20 players on the ice at all times that were lighting it up for us and doing all the right things and making those right decisions. So like I said, we're thankful and we're really excited about it.
Kelly Cup champions, the Allen Americans. They play at the Allen Event Center, and you can get your tickets. Just go to AllenAmericans.com and click on tickets. So the season starts up in October?
Yeah, October 16th we'll be starting up. So baseball season will wrap up here, and anybody that wants to come over and get into a little cooler area, they can come and watch us. That'd be great.
Aaron, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
It's Aaron Jens from the Allen Americans. So we're here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark getting you set for Game 4 between the RoughRiders and the Missions. Chad Bell goes for win number 7 tonight. He'll be opposed by Aaron Northcraft. Let's go over those graphics one last time for the upcoming homestand over Labor Day weekend against the Midland Rockhounds. Saturday, September 5th, there will be a football giveaway. It's also Dollar Beard Night and College Night. So come out, support your best college, your college, wear your colors, and don't forget to stick around for the post-game party at the Bull Moose Saloon. There's drink specials and a live local band, and you'll take home that free football giveaway on Saturday, September 5th. On Sunday, it's the kids' jersey giveaway. We showed you that earlier. It's the slate blue version of the Riders' variations of jerseys. The first 1,500 kids will take that home. It's also a fireworks Sunday, so the last fireworks show of the season, and also a kids' Sunday fun day. $1 ice cream sandwiches. You can come out, play catch with your parent on the field a half hour before the game, and that is a really unique ability to do that. So come out and do that. It's great to see the kids out there on Sunday, September 6th. And then on Labor Day, it's Big Money Monday. Come out, series finale against the Midland Rockhounds, and it also wraps up the Frisco RoughRiders homestand and their 2015 season. So, I want to thank all my guests tonight. Jason Dambach, the Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Frisco RoughRiders. Lewis Brinson, top prospect and manager. Joe Miklick, also from the Allen Americans, Aaron Jens. It was great to have you guys on for the pregame show here on RoughRiders Live, and we hope to see you at Dr. Pepper Ballpark over Labor Day weekend against the Midland Rockhounds. Enjoy the game, everybody.